Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Arbour Park here in Slough. Yes, the stage is set for an intense afternoon's football as Reading take on Maidenhead United in the semi-final of the Berks and Bucks FA Women's Senior Cup. Well, the Magpies have suffered nothing but heartache in this competition, reaching the final 3 times, but sadly losing all 3. However, they remain the highest ranked side left in the competition this season, and expectation is high among the Maidenhead camp. Standing in the way this afternoon to reach the final is current cup holders Reading. Although it has been something of a whirlwind 12 months for the Royals, which has seen them resign from the Women's Championship and now operate under the Reading Community Trust umbrella, currently competing in the Southern Region Women's Football League Premier Division. That's Tier 5 of the Women's Football Pyramid, one down from today's opponents. Well, it's an absolute pleasure to be here. 90 minutes of football coming up, penalty shootout if required. My name is Ian Waterhouse, but I can't possibly commentate on this momentous occasion by myself. I'm delighted to welcome Abby Ticehurst is with us. Abby, how are you? It's lovely to see you.
Afternoon, Ian. I'm very well, thank you. I'm delighted to be here.
It's cold though today, isn't it? It's a little bit chillier than I was expecting, but I mean, we come into this game, we were talking about it off camera a little bit earlier. It's been quite a 12 months for Reading, hasn't it? What's happened?
I think the question is what hasn't happened, actually. Yeah, so there's a considerable amount of turmoil around the current owners and the state of the football club as a whole, to be honest. And yeah, as you mentioned, as a result, the women's team took relegation down to Tier 5 from Tier 2, having been a WSL team not that long before that, and fighting for their place in the Championship, allowing themselves to stay up at the end of the season. But yeah, unfortunately having to elect themselves to be demoted. So yeah, it's been tumultuous, to say the least.
I like that word. I like that word. Well, look, it is a cup semi-final. They've won the competition 3 times before, which actually does lead me to a little quiz question. If anybody ever tunes in and listens to my commentaries, you know I like to have a little bit of fun. We like to do a quiz, and today's quiz is quite simple. Okay, 3 times, as I said, Reading have won this competition. They've also been in the final just 3 times. So, how many goals have they scored in total in the final in those 3 appearances? Okay, this does not... No, don't answer, by the way. This is for everybody else to have a little guess. You know the answer because I told you earlier. How many goals have they scored in those 3 final appearances for Reading? It does not include a penalty shootout. Little clue, of course, they won it last year on a penalty shootout, didn't they? 3-1. So let us know. We are on Twitter today, or X, sorry, we should say. It's at FI Berkshire. At FI Berkshire. Abby has very kindly posted a picture with that quiz question, so do get in touch. If you've got a question throughout the course of the afternoon, let us know as well. We're not too far away from kick-off. There is the other semi-final taking place this afternoon as well. It's Cheshire United women against Newport Pagnell Town. We'll keep you up to speed with that one as best as we can. I've got X open now. Abby's also got it open as well. So I'll keep up to speed with the Cheshire game. You keep up to speed with any questions that we've got coming in. And I don't know about you, but I'm cold, but very, very excited for this one this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm not sure those cups of tea and coffee have quite done it yet, but yeah, fingers crossed. We're well caffeinated at least.
We are, yeah. Might have to nip off for a minute or 2 during the game. Just to right, enough about that. Right, let's wonder if we can have a quick look at the lineups. If we can, we'll start. Well, let's see what comes up first on the screen. Shall we? A big thank you as well to FC Video. There we go. And Abby, you're going to take us through the Reading lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. So in goal, number 1, Cherry Presner. Number 21. Okay. Number 21, Molly Dench. Number 3, Lilybrook Cousins. Number 4, Rachel Poole. Number 5, Caitlin Levy. Number 19, Poppy Airy. Number 17, Ellie Herbert. Number 18, Karima Aloof. Number 20, Lucy Blefo, who is also captain today. Number 12, Mia Bradley. And number 11, Kira Moore. And supporting them on the bench, number 10, Saturna Spencer. Number 7, Susanna Gazler. Number 6, Chloe Fetcher. number 14, Sujani Turner, and number 2, Megan Giles.
Wow, you reeled that off. Susanna, what a way to spell that name as well. I love that, by the way. Let's have a look at today's visitors, shall we? Maidenhead United had the pleasure of commentating them on Wednesday. In goal, number 1, Kenny Clark. Number 9 is Libby Doyle. 6, Emily Norfolk. 5, Sarah Thompson. She's your captain this afternoon as well. Number 2 is Isaac Gregory. 16, Freya Meadows-Towson. 12 is Natasha Rasmussen. 4 is Katie Ackerman. 20, Mia Parker. 18, Aaliyah Charles. 7, Macy Nia Walters. Your substitutes this afternoon for Maidenhead United. Number 14, Emily McMaster. 11, Simone O'Brien. 10, Natalie Cow. 3, Jazz King. 8, Tia Johnson. Managed, of course, by Ed Jackson. Because you can see the players making their way out now. It's actually 2 changes for Maidenhead from the side that beat Southampton 4-1 on Wednesday night. Dropping to the bench is Jazz King. No space for to border, and coming into the starting lineup, Isaac Gregory and Aaliyah Charles. The players are out, as you can see. Reading in their very familiar home strip, and Maidenhead all in purple, their away kit, and we are moments away. Quite a nice little crowd here this afternoon, isn't there, Abby?
Yeah, it's building nicely. Really good collection of people. Both teams very well supported.
And the PA just comes on as well. I was doing a little bit of research for this game, as of course it's our job to do. And one thing about Maidenhead United is in the league this season, they played 1 division above in the Division 1 Southwest in the Women's National League. Currently 8th in the table. The best they've ever finished actually is 6th in their history in that division, so they're not too far away. It could be a record-breaking season for them. They are favourites for this tournament as well. They do come into this one as favourites today. However, in the league, they've scored 23 goals from 16 games. In this competition, they've scored 18 goals in 2 games. I wonder if we can have a quick look at the club's route to the final, shall we? Let's see how they've managed to get here. There they are. Reading, of course, penalty specials, aren't they? Could be a penalty shootout today. It does have to be settled today. Look at that first round against Caversham United, 1-1, 5-3 winners on penalties. And in the quarter-final, Abingdon United, 0-0, 5-3 on penalties as well. Maidenhead United, look at that, 18 goals in 2 games, a comfortable 13-1 win at home against Milton United, and of course against Beaconsfield, a 5-0 away win. That's the route to this semi-final. Who is going to make it to the final? We are going to find out in the next 90 minutes or so. We are moments away from kickoff. This is going to be an absolute cracker, Abby.
Number 10, Santi Spencer. Number 7.
Well, Reading find themselves without a win in the last 3 in all competitions. They did actually lose 8-0 at Winchester City Flyers last Sunday, but I think they'll be up for this one today, won't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think maybe not some pressure because they're not the same team, but absolutely they'll be wanting to show face, given they're the title holders. So yeah, they'll be out all guns blazing, we hope.
Yeah, the home record in the league, anyway. They've only scored 6 goals in the league at home, conceded 28. Maidenhead United find themselves struggling a little bit on the road as well. They've never actually won this competition either, so they'll be absolutely desperate to see if they can make a change there. As we said, though, they have scored 18 goals in their 2 cup games so far. I always try and look for sort of patterns and trends when I'm doing the research, but I can't really find any. But that's why we love football, isn't it? That's why we absolutely love this game, because absolutely anything can happen. A good number in the main stand where we are, opposite the Horlicks Quarter. Look, there's only one Horlicks Quarter. One Horlicks Quarter. There's only one Horlicks Quarter in the stand over there. There's a smattering of people. There definitely is only one Horlicks Quarter. Right, players are just going.
Hardcore over there, I think.
They are the hardcore, yeah.
It's too cold to be in that stand, I think.
Yeah, I mean, we're nicely covered in. This is my first trip actually here to Slough's Arbour Park. Obviously, home of Slough Town, the Rebels. Of course, playing in the National League stuff. There we are. Let's give everybody a wave. Hello, everybody. We're ready for this. And look, nice shot that, Julian, off the crowd we've got in here. It is a big game, of course. Big thank you to Football in Berkshire as well. Don't forget that quiz question. Do get in touch with us on Twitter. Both Abby and I can see any questions or comments that you might have. So please, please, please do get in touch with us. Big shout from the home support. Come on, you R's. Up next for Maidenhead is AFC Bournemouth, who are top of their division. Well, Ascot United are top of Reading's league, aren't they? a club you know very well. In fact, you were at Wembley for when they won the FA Vase. We're going to talk about that a little bit later because I know it makes you emotional in a good way.
It's going to make me cry on screen.
And we're underway. It is the semi-final of the Berks and Bucks Women's Senior Cup. A place in the final is up for grabs. And Maidenhead on it quickly already. Certainly a number of players to watch out for. Here is Parker. Parker, she just scored her first goal for Maidenhead last Wednesday. She was absolutely delighted. I spoke to her after the game as well. Said her dad predicted she was going to get on the score sheet, and she certainly did. Can she get a second this afternoon?
I think that means I'm going to have to start getting my dad to predict me scoring in that case, seeing as I told you I haven't actually scored a goal yet this season.
And you did say you've been playing up front for Sandhurst for the last few games as well. It's coming, Abby, it's coming. So Maidenhead with possession at the moment. Here is Sarah Thompson now. She scored on Wednesday against the Sirens of Southampton for Maidenhead and cut away already. Golden opportunity. Here's Bolitho, takes a shot straight into the arms of Clark. And it was a good opportunity there for Reading, although Bolitho looks like she's gone down. Let's have a quick look at that, shall we?
Freya Meadows-Jewson also down after that tackle.
Yeah, she was dispossessed, wasn't she? And I'm not too sure what happened there to Lucy Bolitho. I don't know if she just got a foot caught on the turf a little bit, straight into the arms of Clark. And already this is a big concern for Maidenhead United. Manager Ed Jackson-Norris might have to make an early change here. Freya Meadows-Jewson, the player, currently down at the minute, although physio has been waved off straight away. Now, Ed Jackson-Norris, the manager of Maidenhead, he's no stranger to the Reading FC Community Trust, is he? He was the Pure 16 football programme coach. He also had a stint as assistant manager and head coach of Oxford City's under-18s. And he'll be looking to guide Maidenhead United to some silverware this season. As I say, they are the highest ranked side left in the competition, playing at Tier 4 of the women's football pyramid.
Meadows-Jewson back on the pitch as well, so that's a good sight to see.
Absolutely. Back to Clark. Well, we're here at Slough's Arbour Park. Slough, of course, famous for its industrial estates. And I did tell you a little sort of, in fact, we'll come back to that in a minute because here is
There's more
Thompson.
intel on it, Ian. There's more intel.
There's a lot more in it. There's a very famous chant amongst the Slough Town fans, but we'll come to that a little bit later. It's a throw-in now for Reading. It's Lily Brooke Cousins with it. Down on this left-hand side. Mia Parker coming away with it for Maidenhead. Goes back to Meadows-Jewson. Here's Gregory. Maidenhead quite happy, just control the ball for the time being. Trying to switch it over to the right-hand side. Lovely little ball there. Libby Doyle, a player to watch out for. She was my player of the match on Wednesday night. Still Doyle gets the ball in well down by Cherry Prisoner there.
Excellent save that.
Did say before, didn't I? Watch out for Libby Doyle. Just recently joined the club. It's only her third game actually for Maidenhead. Made her debut in the 0-0 draw against Portishead. And then played a starring role against Southampton on Wednesday night. There's Rasmussen going toe-to-toe with Rachel Paul. I used to go to school with a girl called Rachel Paul, but not the same one because I'm considerably older. And I went to school in Yorkshire, so.
Don't look a day over 18, Ian.
Oh, Abby, you can come back. Here's Parker now for Maidenhead United. Into a little bit of no man's land there. That was Paul. Here's Gregory now. Maidenhead good at holding possession. It's certainly a tactic of Jackson-Norris, isn't it? Just keep the ball. Here's Thompson. Mentioned she scored on Wednesday. It was more of a cross that went in, although if you believe what she says on Twitter, she was adamant, no, it was a shot. I'm not quite so sure I believe it, but what a ball that is all the way through. Barged out the way, though, by Molly Dench.
That cross shot from Sarah Thompson is a Sarah Thompson special. I've seen her score a couple of goals like that.
Here's Ackerman switching it onto the left-hand side. Linesman's flag's gone up. Offside. We're nearly 5 minutes into this, 0-0. Though it was Reading who had the best chance in the early stages. Lucy Bolitho had it. Former Brentford and Millwall striker. She's got 3 goals and 13 appearances this season for the Royals. Let's see if we can get an update, shall we, from Cheshire. I don't actually know if they're posting live updates. Fingers crossed. If anybody's at that game, let us know. Oh, they are doing. Yeah, they're underway. No update on the score there. So as far as we're aware, in the other semi-final, it's still Cheshire 0, Newport Pagnell Town 0. That was Rasmussen. Here's Gregory. Back to Meadows Tewson. Thompson in space on the right-hand side. Doyle's in acres of space on the right. Just try to go through central. It's cut away, though. Opportunities now for Reading. Pass was short and poor. Possession is back with the women in purple. Forward it goes, trying to find Doyle. It was dealt with by Ellie Herbert, but Macy Walters, the number 7, certainly a player to watch out for Maidenhead. She's got 3 goals in the last 2 appearances. Got a brace on Wednesday, 2 penalties. So she's, if it does go to penalty shootout, she's quite lethal from the spot. And as we were talking about a little bit earlier, Abby, Reading, they like a penalty shootout, don't they?
They do indeed. I've seen a few of them. Interesting as well, I'm pretty sure last season when Maidenhead played Fulham in the League Cup, Macy was the one who scored the winning penalty. Someone can fact check me if that's not right, but I'm pretty sure she scored the winning penalty. So, yeah, she's pretty lethal in front of goal on that spot. Absolutely.
Throw for Reading, just in front of their actual dugout there. Manager, of course, Pedro Bruno, who was the performance analyst at Cambridge United and performance football coach at the University of Essex before that as well. He knows his stuff. Nice little bit of skill here from Mia Bradley. Still Bradley. And opposite Mia, no-nonsense approach there. Here's Doyle. Dispossessed. Here's Lilybrook Cousins. Still Cousins goes through the centre. Here's Kareem Olof. And Reading looking dangerous through the central passage here, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just finding those little gaps very nicely.
Thompson moved the ball forward, trying to find Walters. Taken down well by Herbert, who just sees the ball out. Throw for Maidenhead now, deep inside the Reading half. Nice ball to Rasmussen. Trying to find Parker there. That's Emily Norfolk over on that left-hand side. Again, trying to find the gap. I thought it might have been, Louth might have just strayed offside, but she has the ball now. Bradley in support, still Bradley. Under pressure from Thompson. Can she find the delivery? Thompson sees it out. It's going to be a corner for Reading. And they're looking lively, aren't they, Reading? It's been a difficult season for them so far, but it could still end in silverware. So Mia Bradley with the corner for the Royals over on our left-hand side. In front of the Vestel banners, played short. Back to Bradley. It's a little ball in, no nonsense approach by, I believe it's Meadows Tewson there, out for a Reading throw. You've been impressed with the start Reading have made. I think they've looked very dangerous, haven't they, going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been pretty evenly matched so far. Putting the pressure on, definitely. Finding those little gaps.
They were a bit slow to get started on Wednesday night, where Maidenhead came out a different team in the second half. Throw now from Lilybrook Cousins. Out for a throw again.
Do we reckon Ed is a hairdryer kind of half-time talk?
Yes.
Gone full Ferguson,
he is. Apparently, rumour has it that if he slams his hand down on the desk, everyone's in trouble.
Okay.
That's the word I've heard. But also a very nice chap as well.
Lovely.
I did speak to him after the game on Wednesday, and he was very much looking forward to this one. They're sort of comfortably safe in the league, Maidenhead this season, find themselves in 8th place out of 12, played 16, won 5, drawn 2, lost 9 in Tier 4 of the women's football pyramid. The goals have been a little bit hard to come by, 23 and 16 in the league. AFC Bournemouth top of that division. Although Reading also find themselves 8th, mind you, there's only 10 teams in their particular league. Only just 1 win to their name. 10 losses. Conceded 45 goals from their 11 games so far. scored 6 at home, conceded 28. Failed to actually score on the road this season, so it's a good job they're at home. Bradshot Lee are actually bottom of the Southern Region Premier Division Women's Football League. Ascot at top.
Reading still to play then, both home and away as well. So
opportunities then for Reading. It's a throw for Reading, and they're holding. Oh no, I think he's giving it the other way now, isn't he? Yep.
yeah.
Fair play, ref. I don't suppose, have we had any comments or anything yet on Twitter? Abby, should we have a quick look? Don't forget, at FI Berkshire, do get in touch with us. Let us know what you've made of the game so far. Brought to you live by FC Video and Football in Berkshire. Here's Thompson now for Maidenhead. Don't forget our quiz question as well. 3 times Reading have appeared in the final of the Berks and Bucks Women's Senior Cup. 1 or 3 as well, but how many goals have they scored in their final appearances, not including penalty shootouts?
No answers yet.
No answers yet. I'm just going to quickly see how, and there's been a goal. There's been a goal at Chesham United, and it's actually gone to Newport Pagnell Town. So the visitors leading there. So it's Chesham United women 0, Newport Pagnell Town 1. That's important. That's the other semi-final. So whoever wins that will be playing either Reading or Maidenhead in the final. Great takedown there, and Reading on the attack once again. They've got players on the overlap into the box, but it's dealt with well by Katie Ackerman. And here's Doyle. Can't beat Cousins. Still Doyle though. Back to Thompson. Here's Walters trying to play a layoff with Doyle, but I don't think Doyle quite read it. And here's Charles. Aaliyah Charles, she's got some pace on her, hasn't she? Straight to Doyle. Does Doyle fancy having a quick go, maybe? She does. She winds up. I think it might have been another one of those special cross-come shots. But Charles would have been in a great position there to have taken that one down.
Got 71.
I've been impressed with Karima Ilauf. Am I saying that right? Number 18 for
I think it's Aloof.
Aloof.
Again,
here she is. Aloof
correct
again.
us if we need.
Yeah, please do. Please do. Aloof has been everywhere so far. She hasn't been aloof with her play. Yeah, Javi. I won't come back.
The tumbleweed.
Yeah,
rolling across the pitch right now.
Here's Lucy Bolitho, the captain, is back to Paul. Bolitho out to Aloof, trying to find a little bit of space. Having a lot of joy down the middle at the minute. Here's Caitlin Levy. A ball forward, and it's going to go all the way through to Clark if she leaves it. Meadows Tucson, yeah, back to Clark. Referee has blown up. We've got, Aloof is down on the ground. That's white. Let's hope she's okay. The physio has been called on for Reading. Well, what have you made of the opening 13 minutes here, Abby? Reading certainly look a lot more dangerous going forward, but Maidenhead have probably held on to the possession a little bit more, but haven't really been able to do too much with it yet.
Yeah, it's been fairly well matched. Reading finding those sections to split through and stuff like that, but yeah.
Yeah, so a little pause in play at the minute whilst Karima Aloof just gets some treatment. Let's hope she is okay. What do you think Ed Jackson Norris is saying to his team down there now, Abby? Can you lip read by any chance?
With his back stood to me. I'd be impressed if I could.
I can see the side of his mouth. I can see the side of his mouth. He's saying...
There's a lot of hand movements.
There is an awful lot of hand movements.
It's very visual.
It is, yeah, it is. Players to watch out for, definitely. I've mentioned Libby Doyle quite a few times already. Walters, obviously, the goal machine really for Maidenhead. If she can break, she will. Mia Parker riding a wave of high confidence after her first goal. Reading now just coming off as well. They're going to have a quick chat. Looks like Pedro Bruno has summoned them over for a bit of tactics here whilst we still wait for Loof to get a little bit of treatment. It would be a shame if she has to go off, wouldn't it? Because she has been certainly the bright spark for Reading so far in the opening 15 minutes here.
Yeah, that link-up play has been really important with her. On her feet.
There you go, jumping up and down. Fingers crossed we'll be okay. We're just looking at the Reading team at the minute here at Slough. Now, you may have heard the chant from the Slough Town fans about having the largest industrial estate in Europe. You'll never sing that flag and chant. I can confirm it's one of the largest, not necessarily the largest. However, it is the largest privately owned industrial estate in Europe under single ownership. So technically it's right.
How do you get that into a chant?
I'd like to hear it. Maybe we could make that a mission. If there's any budding songwriters out there listening right now, please let us know how we could make that work.
Not snappy, is it?
The largest privately owned industrial estate in Europe under single ownership. You'll never sing that. Yeah, I think that works.
Stunning. Really.
I think
you're wasted here.
Yeah, you're right. I definitely shouldn't be here. I mean, if we could get away with there's only one Horlicks quarter,
yeah,
then I think
like
we could
that.
get away with my industrial estate chart. Right, delighted to say we are back underway. Ball with Isaac Gregory for Maidenhead United, all in purple. Back to Gregory. Started on the bench, actually, against Southampton on Wednesday.
And Aloof is back on the pitch as well, which is good to see.
Fantastic, yeah.
Probably worth noting, though, that it is rolling subs today. So
Yeah.
there is the opportunity to come off and on if needs be.
And straight to penalties as well. There's no extra time. So if it is all square after 90 minutes, we will go straight to penalties, which secretly I'm kind of hoping for. Because I've never, ever... I told you this earlier. This is my 99th game on commentary since my first ever game was in 2022, and Walters, ball over the top. Can she control it? Walters gets to strike away. It takes a deflection, and surely Prisoner is going to scoop it up and avoid the corner, and does. Again, it just goes to show the danger that Walters possesses. She doesn't need many chances, just needs a sniff. Here is Aloof, though. 3 options forward. Lovely little bit of skill. Pressure from Doyle. Can't quite beat Gregory there. I can see what she was trying to do, though. The right idea. Here's Norfolk.
Just
Back to Gregory.
Quite break down that defence, can they, Reading?
No, but keep trying, and an opportunity is going to present itself. In fact, it happened in the opening couple of minutes, didn't it, really? Lucy Belief, though, just it looked like just dragging her foot on the ground too much before making contact with the ball. Here is Thompson, though, captain for Maidenhead with the throw to Walters. Meadows Towson. 18 minutes in. Reading 0. Maidenhead United 0. The Berks Bucks Women's Senior Cup semi-final. The other game taking place. It's currently Cheshire United 0. Newport Pagnell Town 1. We believe the finals, he said it's going to be at Beaconsfield, Holloway's Park.
Yes, I believe so. Not quite sure on the date yet.
Well, as soon as we do get that, we will let you know. If we get a chance, it would be nice to bring that one live as well, wouldn't it?
Definitely.
Maidenhead with the ball, looking to set Walters on away. Tries to get there. Cherry Prisoner's off a line quickly, deals with it. Here's Aloof, nice little back heel to Bradley. Ball forward, finds a purple shirt though, and once again, Maidenhead find themselves in possession. Oh, lovely ball over on that left-hand side. Can Norfolk get there? She can't. Put out a play by Molly Dench. Emily Norfolk has the ball in her hand for the throw. Just a very slight pause in play whilst Dench does a shoelace up. Here's Charles. Norfolk. Dispossessed. It's a foot race now. Won by Norfolk. Back to Gregory. Meadows Towson for Maidenhead. Thompson in space on the right-hand side, who she finds. Bit of a heavy touch, gets away with it. Here's Doyle. Nice bit of skill from Libby Doyle. Still Doyle. Going toe-to-toe with Brooke Cousins. Still Doyle gets the ball into the box. Oh, wonderful save. It was Walters. Wonderful save by Cherry Presner, although the shot was straight at her, but she had to deal with it and did. We've got a little replay here. This is what I talk about, Libby Doyle. Just that she's so dangerous on that right wing, and it's a reactionary save, isn't it, from Cherry Presner. Found herself right place, right time to deal with it. But first real golden opportunity for Maidenhead United in this game. Both sides now having good chances. It's going to be a lively game.
Remind you all there's no smoking and no vapor stadium.
Here's Thompson. Walters. She'll be frustrated. She didn't get that chance and barges into Aloof there. Reading come away with it now, though. Here's Bradley, Mia Bradley. Doesn't have too much in the way of support, decides to go it alone, dispossessed. Meadows-Toussaint for Maidenhead. Doyle. Back to Thompson. Long ball forward. Taken down by Ellie Herbert. On to the left. With Bradley dispossessed. Here's Doyle again. We're getting a lot of action on this left-hand side, aren't we? Mia Bradley and Libby Doyle going toe-to-toe. That was Lucy Belitho. This time cut away. Emily Norfolk finds Ackerman. Foul's being given. Committed there by Mia Bradley.
A little bit of frustration there, I think, from Mia Bradley, possibly.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're getting frustrated in the final third, aren't we? We're going to have a quick change here. Loof is coming off. We did see her go down, didn't we? Heard, as you mentioned, no rolling subs. So she will have another chance to come on. Santina Spencer is the player coming on for Reading. Aloof does just look like she's limping a little bit. She makes her way to the dugout, doesn't she? Just a little bit. Let's hope she's okay. Just a little rest, and she might be able to come back on again. She has been a very bright player going forward for Reading in the opening 22 minutes of this game. It's like we're about to have a couple of changes for Maidenhead as well. We don't get an electronic scoreboard here, unfortunately, do we? So
No, sadly not.
So it looks like Emily McMaster has come on. I didn't see who came off. Did you see who came off?
I think it might have been Freya Meadows-Toussaint, actually.
It was, yeah. Thank you, Julian, and thank you, Abby. So Freya Meadows-Toussaint's off. We have seen her down, actually, as well, haven't we? So Emily McMaster is on. She started the other day against Southampton, did the Maidenhead number 14. Dropped straight into that central defensive position. Thompson off to her right, Gregory to her left. Three at the back for Maidenhead. Up it goes. Doesn't beat Ackerman. Doyle again, asking a little bit too much of Sarah Thompson there. She's quick. She's not that quick. Well, still Cheshire United 0, Newport Pagnell 1 in the other semi-final. Head well won there by Mia Bradley. She's been involved in everything so far. Reading come away with it again. Switch and play onto the right-hand side. Beautiful link up. Charging forward by Kira Moore. McMaster with a first meaningful touch of the ball since coming on for Freya Meadows-Toussaint. Thompson to Doyle. Well, deadlocked at the minute, isn't it? It's been a bit 50-50, really. I think Maidenhead have probably edged possession, haven't they? They had that one real good opportunity from Walters. Fired straight at Cherry Presner in the Reading goal. But in the opening couple of minutes, we did see Lucy Belitho go close for Reading. So chances created, it's about 50-50. But now it's a good opportunity for Maidenhead. The strike comes in once again from Natasha Rasmussen. Straight into the arms of Cherry Presner.
Rasmussen, obviously a former Reading player as well.
Well, she was captain in the final.
She
and they
was
won last
indeed.
season. So playing against some of her, well, maybe some of her mates. Here's Walters. Can't break through the Reading defence this time. Back to Thompson. Does just look like Maidenhead is just starting to, a bit of extra quality starting to shine through a little bit here. Thompson again. Enjoys a battle of Sarah Thompson. Gregory. I can hear the Maidenhead bench there talking about 1v1s out wide.
Definitely been the more vocal bench so far.
Well, when you've got Emily Norfolk prowling the left touchline there, you've got Libby Doyle on the right. And Norfolk is screaming for the ball. And if it can make it there, it can't. It was very well cut out there by Molly Dench. Snuffed out any danger. Ball comes forward. It's McMasters just gives it to Clark. Here's Thompson. And once again, the ball is with Maidenhead. Walters trying to feed it through. A lovely ball through here. Here's Ackerman. Katie Ackerman gets the shot away. It's straight into the arms of Cherry Prisoner. Aaliyah Charles was charging into the box, though, for Maidenhead. I think there might have been a better option. Very easy to say, though, when we're set up here watching it. Very different when you're down there, isn't it? As you only know too well.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, the clearance, the goal kick doesn't go very far, and Maidenhead again with it. Norfolk wants it. She's in space, but again, Molly Dench, right place, right time, deals with the danger over the top. It's an awful lot of work for Lucy Bolito to have to do, but she's going to try and chase it down. Ball's back with Clark. 26 minutes played, 0-0. The semi-final of the Berks and Bucks Women's Senior Cup. Here's Thompson again. No way through, back to McMaster. Thompson. Very good pressure from Mia Bradley there. And here's Mia Parker. Does she fancy another one? Oh, what a beautiful ball. I think Walters and Mia Parker didn't quite read each other. Could see exactly what she was trying to do. I think Walters was expecting Parker just to load up and have a shot. If she stayed on side,
slightly offside.
I thought she'd gone offside a little bit, but
yeah,
the linesman's flag stayed down. And it's going to be a corner. Yeah, I think certainly the Reading bench thought she'd strayed offside. I think she was maybe just a half a foot or so offside. Again, very easy for us to say. The linesman has a better view, so we'd like to think he would know. But Walters with the corner for Maidenhead. Are we close to a breakthrough?
Watch Sarah Thompson here. She loves a header from a corner.
She loves shooting from almost a corner position as well, and or crossing, but claiming it's a shot.
I think I do the same, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, if it goes in, it's a shot. Here's Clark. Trying to set Norfolk on away, but again, Molly Dench, number 21 for Reading, has just dealt with everything in the air so far for Reading at the back, hasn't she?
Yeah, keeping them quiet down that side. Definitely Emily Norfolk struggling to get past her with anything really.
And now here's Doyle. Libby Doyle. Oh, Libby Doyle again. Charles was wide open in the box, but Libby Doyle took the shot, dragged it a little bit wide. A golden opportunity goes begging once again. You've got to say, though, Abby, Maidenhead, they're getting closer, aren't they? Here's a quick look at the replay. Charles was in acres of space, completely unmarked. It would have been a little tap in if she'd got up and seen it. But with the goal bearing down on you, you've got to be tempted to take a shot, haven't you?
Always, always.
There has been another goal at Chesham. It's Chesham United Women 0, Newport Pagnell Town 2 now. Could Newport Pagnell be heading to the final? Still a long way to go. That one kicked off at 2 o'clock as well, so there'll be close to half an hour in there.
Chesham have also been previous title holders as well. Also 3 titles to their name as well.
Well, you, I'm delighted to say you wrote the programme, didn't you?
I did indeed, yes.
So you have been a font of all knowledge, Abby, and it is very, very much greatly appreciated. It really, really is.
I'll be honest, it's just because I'm a big nerd. Give me a fact and a stat and I'm right there.
In fact, Reading beat Chesham, didn't they, in the 2022 final. Reading won that 5-0. I'm not claiming anything. I've just got your notes up. So that's not my thing. So thank you very much for that. Right, don't forget the quiz question. Maidenhead have the ball once again with Sarah Thompson, but quiz question, head over to @FI Berkshire. That's football in Berkshire, @FI Berkshire. 3 times Reading have won this competition. How many goals have they scored in the final? Just have a guess. Have a guess. Don't Google it, because it probably won't come up if you Google it, actually. You know.
Maybe not, no.
Do you know one thing I've learned as well? Don't AI it either, because AI is good to a point, but a lot of research is wrong. Now, when I Googled famous people from Slough, Jerry Halliwell came up. She was born in Watford. She's from Watford. So,
Okay. Maybe she started the Slough chant about the trading estate, and that's why.
maybe she did. Maybe she did.
Is she a Slough fan? Maybe, I don't know. Rogue Slough fan?
I don't know. She's a Red Bull fan. I know that. Right, here we go. Back into the action. Let's get back to the football, shall we? The important stuff. 0-0 here, but Maidenhead are starting to really grow into this game, aren't they, Abby?
Yeah, I think you can see they've taken it up a notch, definitely. You can see their left and right back sort of pushing forward a little bit as well, sort of coming down the wing. Sarah Thompson's definitely pushing forward a lot.
She is pushing forward, but she's been checked every single time by Mia Bradley, the number 12 for Reading, who I've been mightily impressed with in this game. Gregory tries to find Norfolk and does for Maidenhead. It's a little punt forward. Here's a Charles. She came on in the second half against Southampton on Wednesday, and she was superb, was Aaliyah Charles, number 18 for Maidenhead. Certainly one to watch out for. It's a lovely ball. Emily Norfolk into the box. Can she retain possession? She tries to get a shot away. Well blocked. Charles has it again, and it's dealt with by the Reading defence.
Nice.
Another scary moment, though, for Reading. The defence is holding firm so far, Abby.
Yeah, Molly Dench, Poppy area really being tested down that left-hand side.
You can see they favour the right side, don't they, with Doyle and Thompson trying to feed it through this time. And that was Ackerman. Here is Ackerman now. That was Bradley. Here is Spencer now. Lovely little bit of play by the Reading sub. Nice 1-2. Unfortunately, Spencer can't quite keep the ball under control, and possession drops back to Maidenhead United. And McMaster's not a lot of pressure though on the Maidenhead defence. They're quite when they've got the ball in their own box, they've got time to think about where to go next, haven't they? Yeah,
definitely. I think that initial Lucy Lefo attempt looked like it was going to be the start of something for Reading, but no, yeah, you're right. Maidenhead really cutting out any of those opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, again, now you look at it, it is McMaster with the ball and not really having any pressure at all. Plenty of time to decide what they want to do with it. And eventually Spencer does decide to put a bit of pressure, but McMaster can just come again under no pressure at all with the ball in their own half at the minute. And Charles trying to chase it down. Charles gets the touch on it, but it looks like Prisoner just managed to do enough. And Reading defence once again clear it away. But Thompson comes again for Maidenhead United. They've really grown into this game. They're starting to... bit of extra quality starting to come through. Just as I say that, though, the ball's put out of play and it's a Reading throw. Let's have a quick look at the replay here. Nice ball over the top, and it just goes to show the persistence from Charles almost pays off. It's Poppy Airy who eventually manages to deal with it, though, for the Reading defence. 0-0 here still. 33.5 minutes played. The other semi-finals, currently Cheshire United women 0, Newport Pagnell Town 2. Been a bright start for Newport Pagnell Town. Throw for Reading inside their own half. Doyle gets the first touch on it, pumped forward, tries to find Spencer on the left-hand side for Reading. Ackerman comes away with it and gets the ball back to Clark. This game has to be decided this afternoon here at Arbour Park in Slough, home of the Rebels, Slough Town FC. The current home, actually, of Reading women at the minute, isn't it? All the issues, of course, with Reading Football Club means they're now under the umbrella of the Reading Community Trust, who have been doing a superb job, haven't they, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Just a little shout out to Emma Hopkins, the head of Women and Girls Football.
Give her a big shout out. Big shout out to Emma Hopkins.
Big shout out, yeah. She's done incredible work with the Community Trust. And building the team essentially from the ashes up. Remember what I said, we're looking at this like a phoenix.
Absolutely, absolutely. It would be love to see Reading get themselves back up, you know, as far as they can go, really. This time, this one is given.
A little bit of disdain from the stands over here.
Yeah, I had that as well. 6 times I think it said being offside. I'm not so sure it's been 6, but you know. Right, 35 minutes play. Get in touch with us on Twitter, as we said. Let us know what you've made of this first half so far. Get your score predictions in as well. Head over to @FI Berkshire. It's the Football in Berkshire X page, formerly known as Twitter, of course.
We've had our first prediction as well.
Go on, Ed. What's the prediction?
Neil Bridgeland believes it's 5.
5.
He's gone for 5.
2.
Sorry, I've misunderstood what you've asked me there. I thought.
Oh, the goals.
Yes,
the goals.
sorry, in answer to our question.
Yeah. Okay, Neil. Good. Well, I say good guess. You're wrong. So guess again. Here's Charles now for Maidenhead United. But thank you, Neil, for getting in touch with us. Do keep us entertained as well. We love to hear from everybody. One thing we like to do in these live broadcasts is make it an interactive show. Get in touch with us. Let us know your thoughts. If you want to shout out, if it's your birthday, you've got a friend or family member's birthday tuning in to watch the game, let us know. We'll give them a shout out. Give them a birthday shout out. Or if it's an anniversary or something. It was Valentine's Day just the other day. So if you want to give a Valentine's Day message, as I always say on live coverage, just as long as you keep it clean, you might get on screen.
We're here all afternoon, guys.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, it's going to be a long afternoon, isn't it? Well, it could be. Could go to penalties, which I'm secretly hoping for. 36 minutes played. At the minute, if it stays like this, it will go straight to a penalty shootout. Already this season in this competition, Reading have come through 2 penalty shootouts, haven't they, so far in the first round. Then it goes straight to the quarter-final. So who knows? It could be a 3rd straight penalty shootout for Reading if it is a tie after 90 minutes. Reading just making a quick change, and Susanna Gazler has come on and going off. I believe it was Ellie Herbert coming off. And we're rolling subs, of course, so we might see her again. It's amazing how quick it goes. You find that? I always find when I do a commentary, do a football match, amazed how quick the first half just seems to fly by. 37 minutes in already, 0-0. Maidenhead have certainly looked brighter though, haven't they? Reading had a bright start, sort of opening 10 minutes. Ever since then, though, it really has been all Maidenhead United. But it can't break the deadlock just yet. Lucy Bolitho for Reading had a great opportunity in the opening few minutes. Chances have been few and far between since then. But when you've got Mia Bradley on the ball like she is now, she's got players on the overlap. Spencer's in space on the left-hand side, decides to go down through the right. Opportunity now, and a shot straight away from the substitute Gazler, but it's high over the bar. Well, when it's 0-0, anything can happen. It was really made there by Mia Bradley. Again, the number 12, a little bit of pinball there in the box. The ball eventually falls to Gazler, who just leaning back, fires a shot high and over. A bit of a warning to Maidenhead there.
Striding forward there. I think she's potentially changed her game a little bit. She's got her game face on, that's for sure. I think we might see a little bit more direction from her actually going forward rather than trying to find the pass.
Well, I hope so. I think so as well. It looked like the instruction is to get a little bit higher up the pitch, because suddenly Reading found themselves with 3 players going forward and an opportunity to attack the goal. And it happened. They've been stood off a little bit for the last 20 minutes or so, and they've invited, really, Maidenhead to have the ball and all the pressure. And here is Thompson with the ball, and it's Charles. Falls to the feet of Charles. Can she get the shot away still? Oh, it's dealt with wonderfully by Rachel Paul. Not quite dealt with yet. Here's Walters for Maidenhead. The edge of the box, just at the edge of the D right now. Trying to feed it through to Thompson. It's taken a touch. Can Dench avoid the corner? No, she can't, but she was there to mop up any danger. Corner for Maidenhead United. Wow, we've had a fantastic couple of minutes here.
Yeah, it's definitely taken a notch up from both teams, getting very lively. You can hear it in the crowd as well, getting excited.
A good crowd as well. We're in the main stand here at Arbour Park, and both sides were right in the middle. Not quite full, but nearly full. And of course, the Horlicks quarter stand over at the far side has people up. It's falls to Walters. And it's into the arms there of Prisoner, who
On the
has done a
volley as
great job
well.
in goal. It's hard to see with the flurry of bodies. We'll have a look at the replay now. In it comes. Thompson got herself up. Walters found herself. She's so frustrated with herself. She had a couple of chances in this game. You can't keep giving Macy Walters chances, though, because she will convert one sooner or later. And now Reading have a good chance here to get the ball into a dangerous position. Free kick for the Royals. It's going to be Dench to take it. And here's Doyle sprinting forward under pressure from Spencer. Tries to get the ball over the top. It's going to be a foot race here. Walters trying to get it. Still Walters. Surely Macy Walters. It falls to Charles. What could she do? Keeper's in no man's land and manages to recover well. Cherry Presner in the Reading goal. And again, Walters and Charles linking up, looking so dangerous, aren't they?
Pressure really mounting, definitely.
It really is. One of these, you've got to say, is going to go in eventually. Ackerman knocks it forward. Here's Dench going toe-to-toe with Walters. She gets a shot away. Walters scores! It has been coming. And who else? Macy Walters with it. She's had 3 or 4 chances in this game. She makes that one count. Presner this time is finally beaten. Here's a little look at the replay, and it was just a tussle, wasn't it? Dench and Walters. Walters, the ball falling kindly for her on the half volley, strikes it past Presner. And eventually, Maidenhead's pressure has paid dividends. It's Maidenhead United who have taken the lead. Reading women 0, Maidenhead United 1. Abby, what did you make of that?
It wasn't the prettiest of goals, I'll be honest. It was a bit of a bustle and tussle there. But, yeah, like you say, absolutely coming. And if someone's going to score, it's going to be Macy. So, yeah.
It is. That's her 4th goal now in her last 3 games in all competitions for Maidenhead United. Here's Spencer now, though, for Reading. Looks like she switched over onto the right-hand side. Well, good battle going on, and foul has been given. Dragged down there on, I believe it's Emily Norfolk on that left-hand side. It is. So free kick for Maidenhead. That might make the half-time talk from Jackson Norris a little bit less intense, shall we say, for the Maidenhead team.
No hairdryers on this occasion.
Well, the hand still might come down. I think he might be thinking we could be 2 or 3 here, but Reading have had chances in this game as well. This is far from a foregone conclusion. Thompson on the right-hand side. Can Maidenhead really deal with this game now? Mind you, Bradley. With Mia Bradley on the pitch, anything can happen. The ball's out. It's going to be a throw for Reading just inside the Maidenhead half. Although I'm sure she could go a lot further forward than that if she wanted to. Finds Belitho. Parker chops it forward to Charles. Doyle. Walters lurking through the middle. Here's Thompson under pressure. Trying to find Walters on the edge of the box. Here's Spencer. Reading with a chance to break. A little bit of space for Belitho on the right, on the left. He could find it. It can't. Strong tackle from Bradley. Comes away with the ball again. You just sense if something is going to come from Reading, it's going to come from Bradley, isn't it?
Yeah, sheer determination from her this afternoon. Really putting the pressure on Maidenhead, absolutely.
Well, it remains Cheshire United 0, Newport Pagnell Town 2 in the other semi-final. At the minute, it's going to be Maidenhead against Newport Pagnell. Mind you, we're not even at the half-time mark yet in this one. Just a minute or so out.
Ian, we've got a new prediction from Neil.
Go on, Neil.
7.
7. Okay. Keep going, Neil. We might get there by the 85th minute. There's a clue there. Lovely ball through. Can Charles chase it down? Just about dealt with by Popieri there. Here's Doyle now. Gets the ball in. It's Norfolk. Under heavy pressure, though, from Kira Mole. just manages to do enough, push the ball away from the Reading goal, and Kira Moll is fighting for this one. Parker, Gregory now, Maidenhead looking to get a second before the break. We've had a couple of players go down in this half, so there might be a few minutes added on. Unfortunately, we won't know what the added time is. Here's Doyle. Maidenhead have really grown into this game. Took the lead courtesy of Macy and Walters. Got a brace on Wednesday night. Scored again today. Scored the consolation against Moneyfields last Sunday. The ball took a very unkind rebound there off the fence into a couple of spectators' face down there. Shouldn't laugh. They're all okay, I'm pleased to say. No,
Sorry,
nobody's
no one's
hurt.
got a pint in hand, so you know.
No,
don't need to worry.
Well, if you are tuning in and watching the live stream, it would be nice to hopefully get you down to a game sometime. We were talking, spoke to Ed Jackson-Norris on Wednesday. It's quite often Maidenhead play at Beaconsfield's home ground as their home games. When they can, they play at York Road, of course, the home of Maidenhead United. Don't always get to play there. And so he was sort of complaining-ish how difficult it is to grow the game when you don't play you play your home games actually in a different town, and it's something that Reading are faced with at the minute, isn't it? This is Reading's home game, playing at Arbour Park in Slough. How you attract young girls and women from Reading to come and watch the team if they're playing in a completely different town.
Yeah, it's one of the challenges, I think, of this level of women's football. Obviously, we're seeing lots of growth at the top end, absolutely. And incidentally, actually, Reading were the first women's team to play in their club ground all the way back in 2018, ahead of teams like Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's I guess a little bit sad actually to see that they're at this point where they're having to play out of the town that they're playing for. So, and similarly with Maidenhead, I mean Beaconsfield isn't a million miles away, but still a frustration that they're not able to play in a ground that's theirs.
Yeah, a bit of a tussle going on here. The ball not quite being dealt with by Reading. Libby Doyle going in with a toe-to-toe with Cherry Prisoner. But Prisoner did have hold of the ball there, didn't she? So they come away with it again. We are into stoppage time at the end of this first half. Reading 0, Maidenhead United 1, courtesy of Macy Walters. Late on in the first half. Here's Spencer now. Bolito trying to chase it down. She did have Mia Bradley a little bit of space on the left-hand side. And we are waiting for the half-time whistle to blow any moment now. And there it goes. Well, Abby, it was coming for Maidenhead in that first half, wasn't it? A bit of a slow start forward, and Reading looked lively. In fact, it was Lucy Bolito had a great opportunity in the opening couple of minutes. I think she might have just got a foot caught in the ground a little bit. Didn't get too much power on it. Comfortably saved by Kenny Clark in the Maidenhead goal. But ever since then, they've looked dangerous, Maidenhead. It was coming. They've had chances, shots on target. Cherry Presner's done very well in goal, actually, to keep them out until eventually Macy Walters got the strike, gets the goal. It's always going to be her, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Pressure's on, definitely, but 1-0 is no winning scoreline for now, so it's going to be a big second half for sure.
Absolutely. Just a quick reminder, the other semi-final, Chesham United women against Newport Pagnell Town. That's currently Chesham 0, Newport Pagnell 2 in that one. Don't forget our quiz question as well with football in Berkshire. Head over to their Twitter page. The question is quite simple. 3 times Reading have won this competition, the Berks and Bucks Women's Senior Cup. How many goals have they scored in those final appearances? Does not include the penalty shootout from last year. It does include, of course, the goals that were scored in the 90 minutes, but not in the penalty shootout. Do let us know. Get in contact with us as well on Twitter. If you comment, we can see them. We will read them out. What did you make of that first half? Can Reading find a way back into this one? They've had chances. We're going to look at some of the replays now. In fact, this was the chance for Bolito in the opening couple of minutes, wasn't it? Look, can't help but wonder, did she just drag her foot on the ground a little bit? It looks like it because she went down a little bit hard.
Yeah, struggling with a bit of pace or power behind that, so it definitely would have been a decent strike had it not been like that.
That's the danger that Libby Doyle possesses on that right wing. Here's Walters now. Got the shot away, didn't she? A vital deflection from Ellie Herbert. Doyle again on that right-hand side, this time going toe-to-toe with Lily Brooke Cousins. And what a shot that was by Walters. But Presner, right place, right time, managed to deal with it. A bit of a fortunate touch there. Shot came in. That was Natasha Rasmussen, the former captain, of course, of Reading. What a ball that was.
Exceptional.
Beautiful, wasn't it? Ackerman there. And there was Charles creeping into the box. That she went for the shot instead. Nice ball over the top. Doyle again. Again, had Charles on the overlap completely unmarked there, but again, very easy to say after the event, isn't it? This was Emily Norfolk. Hustled and harried, and a bit of last gasp defending, but dealt with by Reading. And was this the goal? Was this? No.
No,
It wasn't. Yeah. Here was, this is Mia Bradley, the number 12. She has been absolutely everywhere, hasn't she? And substitute just getting a little bit underneath it. That was Susanna Gasler. Gasler it is, isn't it?
That's the one.
Yeah. See, I got it. That was Walters again on the volley, but straight at Presno. Found ourselves in the right place, right time. This was it now, wasn't it? Surely this was it. Oh, no, it wasn't.
No, not quite. The chances have been coming, that's why.
Lee's doing it on purpose to me, he's tricking me. Right, I'm going to say this is it. This is it. This is definitely it. There you go. A little bit fortuitous, but took a chance when it came. And that's the difference between the two sides at the break. I might go get us a nice little quick cup of tea or coffee, and we will be back very shortly for the second half. Don't go anywhere. Stick with us. If you're watching this on YouTube, we are on YouTube, Football in Berkshire.
Correct.
Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. It's completely free for you to tune in and watch it. Just make sure that if we do any other games going forward, you don't miss them. It doesn't cost you anything either. So we'd love to for you to hit that little like button, hit that subscribe button, support these two teams, support women's football and the Berks and Bucks FA. It means so much to us. Thank you so much for tuning in for the first half. Give us a couple of minutes. We will be back for the second very, very shortly. At the break, Reading 0, Maidenhead United 1. All right, everybody, welcome back. Not too far away from the second half. Abby's gone off to see if she can find us a cup of coffee. Inside the clubhouse is a monstrous queue. But Abby's going to see if she can use her contacts to see if she can score us a nice cup of coffee. Very cold afternoon here in Slough. Superb first half football action. Maidenhead really grew into that one, took the lead and deserve it, to be fair, but Reading still look dangerous if they can get in. Don't forget to get in contact with us on X, formerly known as Twitter. Today's quiz question: 3 times Reading have made the final of this competition, have won it 3 times as well. How many goals have they scored in those 3 final appearances? We will give you the answer about 20 minutes or so into the second half. It's just for fun, you don't win anything. But do get in touch, let us know. This live stream today is brought to you by Football in Berkshire and FC Video. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button and that subscribe button just so you don't miss any of the football action taking place in the county. And if you do hit that like button as well, it just, thanks to the glorious YouTube algorithms, it means we can get this match seen by even more people. We really do appreciate you tuning in to watch live as well. The other semi-final taking place, I'll see if I can just get an update. It was 2-0 to Newport Pagnell Town against Chesham, and we'll find out very shortly. Fortunately, we are getting score updates from them. At half-time, it is 2-0 to Newport Pagnell Town in that one. So at the minute, wow, I've got a cup of coffee, but at the minute, the final of the Berks Women's Senior Cup will be Newport Pagnell Town against Maidenhead United, but we've still got 45 minutes to go in both of those games. Abby's back, and I'm delighted she's brought me a cup of coffee. Not only has she brought me a cup of coffee, it's in a proper mug as well.
Don't do things by half.
That is quite remarkable. I'm not used to this level of treatment, so thank you very much,
It's the
Abby.
VIP experience.
We've had a couple of fans coming up as well at the break. We've had another Abby, a young girl. She plays for Reading, and Alfie as well. They wanted a selfie with me. I don't really know why, but it's just,
God, can I have your autograph, Ian?
honestly, it's
You're
first time anybody's wanted that. Police have wanted it a few times, but I am joking. As you can see, the Maidenhead players are back out on the pitch as well. Just looking to see if there's been any changes at the break. Jazz King, I believe, has come on.
Tia Johnson also on, their number 8.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Also a former Reading player.
There we go. Hey. Yeah, so Jazz King, she's going to come on. She started the other day as well against Southampton.
By the looks of it, we're doing a full team change here as well, because Sim O'Brien and Nat Cowell, some of our most experienced Maidenhead players, they look like they're ready to come on also.
Yeah, so yeah, full change. As you said, he's rolling subs today, so I think that's a good idea.
Simone O'Brien also last year's women's Berkshire Football Award winner.
Were you there? Were you at the award ceremony?
What, at my own award ceremony?
Was it your
yes,
award
I was
ceremony?
at the Football in Berkshire
I
Awards.
I wasn't invited. Can I come this year?
Certainly. I'll get you a VIP table there too.
Does the VIP table mean you get coffee in a proper mug, not a paper one?
You can have a pint in a beer glass if you like. We do it in a brewery.
I don't know if I could be trusted with a glass. It might have to be a plastic cup.
Okay.
Right, we are about to get back underway for the second half. Yes, as we can see, Maidenhead United are going to make a plethora of changes. Tia Johnson, Jazz King, Natalie Cowell and Simone O'Brien all coming on. Because if you actually look at the Maidenhead team now over on the right-hand side, there's only a few of them. So.
Look like a 7-a-side.
Right, 1-0 to the Magpies. Reading, of course, looking to make it to their 4th final. They've won every single one. Maidenhead have been in the final 3 times. In fact, Maidenhead United have lost the final. They've been in the final 3 times. They've lost the final 3 times to the same opposition. Do you know who?
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yes, if you don't know, in fact, that's another great quiz question, actually, by the way.
I won't reveal the answer in that case.
Tell us on Twitter at FI Berkshire. FI Berkshire stands for Football in Berkshire on Twitter. If you know, so 3 times Maidenhead United have been in the final of the Berks Bucks Women's Senior Cup. They've lost it 3 times, and they've lost it to the same opposition all 3 times. Who is it? Let us know. So there we go. I can tell you the team aren't currently in the competition, so if they do make it to the final, they've actually got a chance.
Scathing, Ian, scathing.
I know. Don't let Ed know, because I've got to speak to him after the game. I might be coming back up here with a black eye. Right, it's going to be Maidenhead to get it back underway. Second half action, 45 minutes left to go. 45 minutes for Reading to keep themselves in the competition. And those changes have now been made. And it is going to be Natalie Cow who's going to get us back underway for Maidenhead. Referee's happy. Goalkeepers are happy. I'm happy. Abby, are you happy?
I am ecstatic.
And we are back underway. Well, can Reading find a way back into it? They had chances in the first half, didn't they? Lucy Bolito. And Spencer's looked quite dangerous, hasn't she, since coming on?
Yeah, she's had flashes,
Spencer.
absolutely.
It is an early throw, though, for Maidenhead, deep inside the Reading half. Thompson with it. It was Cal who scooped it up, headed by Poppy Airy. Rasmussen. It's Tia Johnson. The shot comes in. It's never going to struggle for Cherry Prisoner there. She scoops it up. Goal kick for Reading. Oh, I just wonder. I wonder what Pedro Bruno said to his Reading side at the break. We know Ed Jackson Norris can be fiery in the changing room. So I wonder what Pedro's like. Any insider knowledge for us there, Abby?
I'll be honest, no, I haven't got any inside knowledge for you on that one, no. I don't, maybe passionate. He is, I believe, a Spaniard, so, you know, maybe he channels his inner Arteta, possibly.
Very good indeed. Here's Emily Norfolk flying through at the minute, trying to feed it through to Natalie Cow. Maidenhead still retain possession. The ball comes in. It's Dench who deals with it, and Reading just put it forward, but there's nobody up for Reading.
I think that seems to be Reading's weakness right now, is there's nobody pressing forward when that ball goes forward. There's nobody following it up, unfortunately. I'll say that, as Lucy Bolito does exactly that.
She was about to break, wasn't she? But the foul has been given. It would have been dangerous. I think it would have been 3 against 2 there if they'd managed to come away with that one, Reading. It just goes to show, doesn't it? It can change really, really quickly. Maidenhead will be desperate to just get a cushion in this game. Whilst it remains 1-0, absolutely anything can happen. Here's Gregory now for Maidenhead United. They lead by a goal to 0. Macy Walters with the strike close to the end of the first half on the half volley. Finally beat Cherry Presner in the Reading goal. That's the difference between the two sides. Walters has been on form as well. 4 goals in her last 3 games in all competitions for the Magpies. Reading's last win in all competitions came against Chelsea on the 19th of January. It still remains their only league win of the season, currently playing in the Southern Region Premier Division Women's Football League, Tier 5. It's a 1 step down from Maidenhead United. Maidenhead playing in the Women's National League. Oh, it's a shot, but it really shouldn't trouble Kenny Clark, and doesn't. But officially, Reading registered a first shot at target in the second half.
We've all got to start somewhere.
Well, the stats don't lie. Here's Gazler. She looked quite bright when she came on in the first half too. The ball's ricocheting around, and it's just not going to get past Rasmussen, is it? Gregory deals with it, but is trying to find Simone O'Brien. It didn't, and Reading come away with it. Here's Kira Moore just running into a wall of purple shirts. I thought Moore might have been pushed down a little bit there by Jazz King.
She did look to the ref, but he's not having it.
No, a nice bit of skill. Here's Gazler now. She had that shot at the end of the first half for Reading. Well played to Bolito. Tries to get the shot away, but Gregory's there. And Gregory comes away with it. There's Nat Cow. Gregory making a charging run on this left-hand side. Finally, it's dealt with. It was dealt with by Poppy Airy, who has the longest hair I think I've ever seen.
That is an impressive ponytail
in my life. That is huge, isn't it? That is long.
She's the Rapunzel of Reading.
The Rapunzel of Reading. Ooh, yeah, I like that. That should be all over Reading's Twitter feed, I think, coming up soon. Here's Sarah Thompson, captain now for Maidenhead United. Did really well to get the ball forward and win it. And the shot comes in, cross-come shot that time, and it's a little bit wasted. And for a little bit for Charles earlier. Charles, the number 18 for Maidenhead. She often finds herself in the right place, but the ball just never seems to find its way to her feet. There is going to be a change now for Reading, and Aloof is going to come back on. You saw a struggle, went down, and she played really well actually for the opening 20 minutes, and then she took a bit of a knock, and then she went down, and I think it might have just affected her a little bit, but she's fit, ready to come back on. Making way is Caitlin Levy, so Aloof comes back on.
Caitlin Levy, part of the Reading Academy growing up, actually, before she found her way into women's football. Previously at Caversham United, who Reading played in that quarter-final game. Was it the quarter-final? No,
I think it was the first round.
Yeah, first round, that's the one.
1-1, wasn't it? But it beat them. They did Reading, of course, winning on penalties. Offside flag goes up against Spencer. And it's a free kick for Maidenhead United.
Another club doing lots of things in and around the women's space as well, Caversham United. They drew a huge crowd. I think it was 425 they had when they played Reading down at Maple Durham, which is essentially just a park pitch. So, yeah, excellent work there.
Well, proper derby that, isn't it? Caversham is in Reading, isn't it?
Yes,
so,
exactly.
And Aloof with her first bit of action since coming back on, going toe-to-toe there with Emily McMaster, and she's absolutely furious that the throw has been given in favour of the Royals. And she puts the ball down, and the referee is just going to have a quick chat with McMaster. Just be careful, Emily. No need to talk yourself into a booking, and she doesn't, so jolly good. Throw for the Royals, close to the halfway line. Here's Gazler. Oh, lovely bit of skill by Mia Bradley. It's Bradley, still Bradley, going toe-to-toe with Gregory. What a great tackle that is by Isaac Gregory.
I think that's the first slide tackle of the game as well. Excellent, we love a slide tackle. Although, I'm not sure I'd want to do it on a 3G, really. Not in this condition, anyway.
No, it's a bit of a knee scraper, isn't it, I think? Yeah. But the good thing about 3G is that it guarantees the game goes ahead, and that is the most important thing. Spencer lays it off to Rachel Poole, still Poole. Oh, it's a poor ball, and Thompson comes away with it now for Maidenhead United. Oh, Reading are starting to grow into this second half now. Whatever was said at the break seems to have worked. They're just boxing Maidenhead in a little bit more. As I say that, though, it's Cal who comes away with it, switches it over to the right-hand side, and it is Johnson, tries to find the ball into the box.
Dench again cutting out that pass.
Yeah, Dench has done all the really grafting work, hasn't she? She really has.
Proper centre-back she is.
The sort of work that goes unnoticed by most people except coaches and players, I think. Here is Spencer now. She's been a vital cog, really, has Dench, in that Reading defence. Lovely ball through, trying to find Aloof. It's still Aloof. Clark's off the line quick. Can she get there first? She can. But again, Reading looking more and more dangerous now.
Yeah, that was very good press. I think she just miscontrolled it there with her foot, and then it's run a little bit too far ahead of her to be able to catch it, and Clark's been too quick to it there.
Really nice coffee, this, by the way.
Thank you, you're welcome.
Big thank you to everybody here at Slough, and of course Abby for arranging it for me. Here come Maidenhead now with Emily McMaster. A little bit of space under heavy pressure. Was that a bit of a tug back? Doesn't matter, because Spencer's charging forward. Still Spencer. She's got aloof, trying to get into the box, but eventually dealt with by Maidenhead, and it took Isaac Gregory to get back and deal with it. Well, heart in the mouth moment for Maidenhead United there. And
Reading just stopped short though, unfortunately.
well, they seem to ooze confidence at the minute. Again, Reading coming with Gazler. Still Gazler. And it's still Reading. They finally got players on the overlap. Lovely little charge forward. Lucy Bolito gets the shot away. Again, not enough on it. They almost just seem to run out a little bit of steam, though, as they get close to the Maidenhead box.
Yeah, just struggling a little bit for power, I think, behind any of those strikes.
Here's Spencer again. Can she get a shot away? She tries to. McMaster gets the block. Oh, it's a deflected shot there. That was Rachel Paul with the shot, and that deflection could have taken it anywhere. Fortunately for Maidenhead, it took all the volume off the ball, straight into the arms of Clark. And Maidenhead have been warned a little bit here, Abby, aren't they? It's certainly the best passage of play we've seen by Reading in this game so far.
Yeah, just matching them toe to toe quite nice right now, whereas Maidenhead look very much on top in the first half.
Absolute charge forward there from O'Brien. Charles. King. Thompson. Under pressure from Bradley. Bradley does well. It's a throw for Maidenhead on the halfway line. Goes back to Gregory. Well, Spencer's made a real difference. The number 10 for Reading since coming on in that first half. It's really changed the attacking formation for Reading up top. That was McMaster and Norfolk getting in a bit of a tussle, and Norfolk goes down. Free kick has been given. Oh, she must have been clipped there. And we'll have a benefit of the replay. It's quite handy, isn't it? And
I think she's just turned a bit awkwardly on it there, actually, rather than being clipped.
yeah, I thought foot went in initially, but she stayed on her feet for a few seconds after that and then went down. We've got Libby Doyle is about to come back on, and we know how dangerous she is on that right wing.
It's not what you want to see as your opposition, do you? Libby Doyle coming back on.
No, not particularly, and it looks like it's going to be. It is Emily Norfolk who's coming off, so Norfolk is off. Doyle comes back on. Just means a slight switch, doesn't it? Because Doyle plays on the right wing, Norfolk's on the left wing. It's Simone O'Brien has the ball in her hand here. What do you do here, Abby? What are you thinking? If you've got the ball right now, if you are Simone O'Brien,
well,
what are you thinking?
I have the benefit of the doubt of having seen her play before, and she will go straight for goal.
Yeah.
And she's got a very, very good strike on her as well. So.
Okay, Simone O'Brien, free kick for Maidenhead United. Second half here, close to the hour mark. O'Brien, you're right, she goes for it. Not quite enough power on it. I just wonder if it took a slight deflection, which just took a little bit of the velocity off the ball. And Prisoner, again, comfortably takes that. She'll be like, you can do that all day. Airy.
I have a question for you.
Go on in.
What are your thoughts on short sleeve shirt, gloves?
Are you talking about Leah Charles here?
Potentially.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's all right. The hands get really cold, don't they? You know. I assume you have opinion. You have an opinion on it then.
Just a question. Just a perusal. Just an observation.
I would probably do it. So, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking, so Viv Miedema, now at Man City, former Arsenal player. She's a Dutch international. She's short sleeves, gloves, and she's been WSL top goal scorer on multiple occasions. So maybe it gives you a little extra pizzazz.
Well, definitely. I'm definitely for it. Then 100%. I would do it. I think. I just can't stand cold. I mean, you know, the camera's
we
not
are
on us.
both sat
We
here
are
with our
both
hands
sat
in our
here right now with our
pockets.
hands in our pockets because it is that cold. Here, somebody who isn't cold right now is Mia Bradley. She's trying to create something for Reading because she has all game. And unfortunately, the ball has been given away and Maidenhead United come back with it, just retaining possession. Reading have had a really strong spell over the last 10 minutes or so to come out the brighter in the second half. They're under a lot of pressure really for the final sort of 25 minutes of the opening 45. Maidenhead looked well in control when they took that 1-goal lead courtesy of Macy Walters close to the end of the first half. But Reading are really showing their credentials in this one. They are the cup holders, of course. A lot has happened for Reading over the last 12 months. It's a completely different team really to the side that won last year on penalties. Here is McMaster now for Maidenhead. O'Brien. Here's Charles. O'Brien again.
Maidenhead forced to go back as Reading are smothering them in centre there.
They are, but look at Doyle again, just skipping past her markers on that right wing. It's a beautiful ball into the box as well, and Gregory hit the header. Oh my word. Right place, right time. There was Isaac Gregory, bang. And suddenly, Maidenhead United doubled their lead. Well, that was made by Libby Doyle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was incredible.
Let's
Let's have a quick look. Just skip not past one, but then two. What a cross this is. And Isaac Gregory completely unmarked. And I think Gazler might be a little bit frustrated with herself there. Completely let Gregory go. And it's Isaac Gregory with the goal there. It's Reading 0, Maidenhead United 2. And the Magpies have 1 foot in the final here. And it's come against the run of play, you have to say.
Yeah, I don't. Isaac doesn't normally find herself there, so yeah, I think surprised everybody with that one. But I think you can see actually how Maidenhead are playing. So I think typically they're playing with a back four, but actually you'll notice both Isaac and Sarah dropping further in actually, so put a bit of pressure on in the midfield. So not entirely surprising that managed to get themselves into that spot.
Well, it might open the game up a little bit as well because Reading, they've just got to go for it now. As I said, this is a cup competition. It's somebody's going to go out today, and at the minute it's Reading. They have to find a way back into the game. Perfect scenario now for Ed Jackson-Norris, the Maidenhead United manager. A 2-goal lead. They've got that cushion. Reading have to come forward. They have to see if they can find a way back into this one.
Yep, I think they all need to start channeling their Mia Bradley now. That game face on that she had earlier.
Absolutely. I think they need an outlet, don't they?
There's definitely flashes, but I think, yeah, Maidenhead are doing too well to break them down in that final third in front of goal.
Yeah, well, it's 2-0 here. It's still 2-0 to Newport Pagnell Town away at Cheshire United in the other semi-final in the Bucks and Berks FA Women's Senior Cup. Berks and Bucks, I should say, not Bucks and Berks. And here come Maidenhead again. Oh, lovely ball over onto the right-hand side. It's Tia Johnson into the box. Tia Johnson to all but win it. Great shot, great save by Cherry Prisoner. Surely that would have been game-setting match, you sense. Here's a little look at the replay. Again, Tia Johnson, she's looked lively since coming on as well. She's created a lot over on the right side. Fancied a shot at goal, had it. Good save, but corner. Danger not yet cleared for Reading. Rasmussen with the corner. Shouts of away come in. It's a battle right now. And there's another sliding tackle there for you, Abby. Well
Must
won.
have heard me.
Emily McMaster with it. It was Gazler trying to create something for the Royals. Reading throw. They need a goal, and they need one soon. Gregory using the head again. Pinpoint, wasn't it? Only a couple of yards out. We've seen they are quite difficult though, aren't they? Those headers to get on target, even from a yard or two out. Very easy to put over the bar.
That's exactly what I did in our cup game a couple of weekends ago. So
here's Spencer. Shouts to go on from the home support. Still Spencer worked her way into the box. There is Gregory again. No nonsense approach, just puts it out for a throw. Well, we're not too far away from having to start thinking about your player of the match, Abby. And Gregory's going to be up there, isn't she?
yeah,
She's certainly in the conversation.
yeah, definitely. I think, and like you were saying earlier, sometimes she's definitely one of those players that maybe goes a little bit under the radar. So yeah, really nice to see a goal. Just working really hard down this left side as well, though.
That was great play by Rasmussen there, and here's Doyle. We know what she can do. Going toe-to-toe with Brooke Cousins. Ball's seen out, but throw for Maidenhead United. Here's Thompson. Doyle again. Oh, lovely little bit of skill. Oh, still Doyle again. Still Doyle going. She gets the cross in. This time it's just about dealt with. Rasmussen blocked. That was Johnson on the follow-up.
Playing a game of pinball here by the looks of it.
It really is, isn't it? It's going to have to be cleared, and Bolitho comes away with it. There might be an opportunity here for Reading. Plenty of space for Bradley to work into. Still going forward. She's got Aloof on the overlap and Gazler. It's still Bradley. Still Mia Bradley. Still Bradley. She gets the shot. Bradley, oh, just misses right post. Well, at times it felt like it was going in a little bit of slow motion here, wasn't it? Here's Bradley, aloof, just with the
She seemed a little bit unopposed as well. Maidenhead stood back and, yeah, just couldn't quite get that strike off.
It's a shame because she had time, really, didn't she? And Mia Bradley, if there's a Reading player who deserves a goal, it's definitely Mia Bradley. Well, do get your messages coming in. Don't forget on Twitter, well, X, formerly known as Twitter. 2 questions for you. In fact, I think it's about time we gave the answer to the first one. Neil has been waiting patiently throughout. So 3 times, of course, Reading have reached the final, and 3 times they've won this competition. How many goals have they scored in total in those finals? The answer, believe it or not, is 18, 1-8. A 12-0 win against Bracknell in 2013, a 5-0 win against Chesham in 2022, and a 1-1 draw with MK Dons last year, but Reading did go on to win that one 3-1 on penalties. Well, it's got to be all-out attack now for Reading. No more second chances. This is the semi-final. It's got to be decided today, and right now it's Maidenhead United in the box seat. If it stays as it is right now, it will be Maidenhead United against Newport Pagnell Town in the final. To be played at Beaconsfield Holloway's Park. Nice ground up there. I actually did Beaconsfield against Wycombe Wanderers a few weeks ago with FC Video.
Nice.
Here's Gregory. Calm on the ball. Look at that. Under a little bit of pressure from Aloof, but deals with it. McMaster goes back to Thompson now. Maidenhead United exactly where they want to be. 2-goal lead and in possession. Johnson on the right-hand side. Oh, what a ball that is. Absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, the touchdown, not quite what she was hoping for, but O'Brien now, still O'Brien. Can she get the shot away? She does. It's blocked. It's going to be a throw. Well, with the game being opened up a little bit, there's every opportunity on the counter-attack. Maidenhead could make it 3, but Reading have got to take the chances. Oh, is that Doyle down on the ground? Libby Doyle.
Yeah, looks like it.
That could be a big blow. Is there going to be another change? There is going to be a change. I think Doyle's not going to be risk, and she's going to come off. Well, looks like it's going to be Ackerman who's going to be coming back on. Yeah, so Katie Ackerman comes back on. Libby Doyle is going to come off. No point in risking it. 2-goal cushion. We've got, what, 21 minutes to go. Reading 0, Maidenhead United 2. Gregory with the throw for the Magpies, deep inside the Reading half. Walters in the first half, Gregory in the second. Goals either side. Poppy area with the throw now for Reading. Got to start taking some risks of the Royals. Otherwise they will see themselves exit this competition at the semi-final stage. They've got a good record in the competition. They are the holders. Oh, shouts a handball. Referee waves that one away. And Reading.
Lucky Reading there, I think.
I have to be honest, I was trying to look through the camera's legs, so I didn't see it. I'll certainly trust your word on that, Abby. And I've got to say, Doyle is still on the pitch. So
Is she?
she's on the ball now.
So she is.
It's Tia Johnson going up against Dench, who's had a very, very good game, Molly Dench, for Reading. She's done a lot of the hard work. It could have been more if it hadn't been for the Reading number 21. Johnson, though, has been bright since coming on. Here's Thompson trying to work her way into the box. Lovely little bit of skill there. Gets the cross in. It's high. It's too far. It's over. And that is a Sarah Thompson cross-come shot, isn't it? If it goes in, it's definitely a shot. If it finds her marker, it's definitely a cross. As it is, it's a goal kick.
I'm not sure who Katie Ackerman replaced her in that case, because she's definitely on.
Yeah, Libby Doyle's definitely on it. Let me just have a little look. Well, Ackerman still on, so something's changed. We'll let you know anyway. Here's Spencer for Reading.
We are watching the game, we promise.
We are watching the game. This is the no electronic scoreboards. We have to we have to figure it out for ourselves, unfortunately. But I'm sure we will very shortly. So Natalie Cow's definitely on. McMaster's definitely on as well. Of course, Macy Walters isn't, but she came off at the break. Here's McMaster now. Gregory's certainly been going forward a lot more in this second half, and it paid dividends, didn't it, with the goal. There's King, lovely ball over to Doyle. Tia Johnson wants it, and Tia Johnson might receive it, but for the hard work again of Molly Dench. I think certainly for Reading's player of the match, Molly Dench has got to be in with a shout, hasn't she? As we spoke about, doing all of that hard work, cutting crosses out and balls across.
Yeah. Maidenhead have been fairly relentless down that side as well, so she's had a lot to do, and she's stepped up to it, I think, definitely.
Ball's in the box now, and again, Dench goes down. It's Charles. Aaliyah Charles. Can she get the shot away? She does get the shot away. It's well saved. Danger's not quite clear yet. Finally, Reading managed to get it forward, and Thompson scoops it up well for Maidenhead. Here's Libby Doyle. Again, a beautiful ball into the box, and it's almost a spectacular effort there from Nat Cow. That would have been one for the record books, wouldn't it, that one? Let's have a quick look. Again, what a ball that is by Libby Doyle. And Cow almost, she just got her legs untangled a little bit quicker. It could have been absolutely spectacular. A goal from Reading now will surely put this, from Maidenhead, apologies, will put this game to bed. Reading in desperate need to get one back. Otherwise, this game is just going to run away. We've got just over 15 minutes left to go.
It's a good ball from Poppy Airy, that, but there's nobody chasing it down, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's going to be a change. And Turner is going to come on for Reading. Fresh legs, first time we've seen Turner. And it's Spencer who's coming off. I think Spencer's had a very bright game, actually. She came on in the first half, didn't she?
Yeah, definitely.
And Aaliyah Charles has come off, by the way, as well for Maidenhead. And Macy Walters is going to come back on, of course, the goal scorer in the first half for Maidenhead. So a couple of changes being made. Roll on subs, roll on, roll off.
Macy's got some gloves on as well.
Well, it's becoming more evident that it's the way to go.
Maybe someone on the bench is listening to us.
Yeah, maybe. It makes me feel like, you know, because I said I would do it, it makes me feel like I'm cool now. So that's where you could step in, Abby, and go, yeah, Ian, definitely. I agree with that. Anytime you like, anytime. Your silence speaks 1,000 words. Doyle tried to keep that in, didn't quite manage it there. It's going to be a throw for Reading. Just over 15 minutes to go here. Now, Abby, you've got a little confession to make to everybody watching. You are more of a Reading fan, aren't you? You said to me whilst we were going through our notes ahead of this game.
For my sins, I am, yes.
I'm completely neutral here, although, of course, I did do the Maidenhead game the other day. And finally, Reading get the ball into the Maidenhead box. There's no end product this time, but there is still time for the Royals. Here's Johnson. What they need to do, though, is get hold of the ball. And at the minute, it's at the feet of Maidenhead. Ball over the top. Macy Walters going to chase it down. She's up against Poppy Airy. Walters trying to just scoop it past, but she can't. Airy, right place, right time. Dealt with it that time. And Airy again gets the ball forward, but only as far as Jazz King. Throw, though, for the Royals. I think they just need to take a risk, don't they, Reading? They just need to get players forward now. And you can see Turner, since coming on, is just going to hang up the top, I think, isn't she?
Yeah, definitely.
There's been a couple of chances where they might have been able to scoop things up if they'd just perhaps been a little bit braver, put a little bit of pressure on. It's a high ball up by Clark. Hasn't had too much to do in this second half. Nice ball. Walters trying to get onto the end of it. Still Walters just gets a bit of a shot on it, a bit of a loose shot, and it remains Reading 0, Maidenhead United 2.
Just enough pressure from Molly Dench there, I think, to put Macy off.
It certainly made a difference, didn't it? I think Walters, any more time than that, and that would have been 3. As it is, it's not, and Reading still have a chance to get back into this game. Back it goes to King. Now it's Kenny Clark. McMaster gives the ball away, but she has another chance here. Great pressure from Reading. Here's Kira Moore.
Brilliant
Here is
through ball
Turner
there.
now. And she wins a corner. Great play by Turner. Bit of pressure now coming from Reading, and it's starting to pay off a little bit. Can they make this count? Might have to come from a dead ball situation. Could this be the moment Reading need to spark a fight back? Corner for the Royals. Well, for the neutral, you want this to go in, don't you, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Get a little bit of excitement going in that last 13 minutes or so. It's a good ball.
It is. Mia Bradley with the corner. It's scooped away, and Simone O'Brien tries to do her best. She still manages to hold on to the ball somehow under pressure, though, and now Reading can come away with it. Rachel Paul, which way is it given? Reading throw. Well, Reading came out in the second half. They played really well for the opening sort of 20 minutes, and the goal sort of came against a run of play, and it just knocked the wind out of their sails for a bit. And now they're starting to get back into it a little bit more. Here's Aloof. Nice skill. Trying to tie Gregory into knots. Poppy Airy, though, poor touch, gives it away. Maidenhead quite happy to slow the pace of the game down. Nat Cow, now it's Gregory, linking up well with Cow. Turner does well to get a foot in it. Unfortunately, the rubber to green goes against. And Doyle has it now. Great footwork from Libby Doyle. Real pleasure to watch her. The ball's well kept in, but Tia Johnson did well to get it. Throw for Reading over on the far side. Just right in front of the St Joseph Catholic High School building. I have a quiz question as well. If you are on Twitter and following this game, please do get in touch. Like I said, we are doing shout-outs as well. At half-time, we had Abby and Alfie come up. Promised them I'd give them a shout-out. So they're here in the stands. Two young fans. Abby actually plays for one of the Reading youth teams. Here's Turner. Can she create something? Get in touch with us on Twitter. Let us know. We can see your comments. We'll give you a shout-out as well. 3 times Maidenhead have made the final of this competition. 3 times they've lost it. And all 3 times it's been to the same opponent. Who is that opposition? Let us know. I'll give you the answer in another 5 minutes or so. Here's Walters. Tried to go one too many. Still comes away with the ball though. Gives it to Johnson.
Molly Dent throwing her body on the
yeah,
line.
Yeah, she's gone down, hurt a little bit there. She's back on her feet now. Proper warrior, isn't she? She really is. Nat Cow on the right-hand side. She's got O'Brien in the box. Tries to play it short to Walters, but Walters on a different wavelength there. Doyle now, charging forward. Runs into Aloof. Strong tackle from Aloof there. Oh, lovely ball there. Here's McMaster on the left-hand side. Gets the cross in, but it's played straight out, and it was Gazler who put all the pressure on there. Gazler's had a good game for Reading too.
Yeah, she's
Although
definitely the one going forward.
Did lose Isaac Gregory at the back though for the goal.
Yeah, arguably not her player. She wasn't, you know, she's going forward here, and Isaac Gregory wasn't exactly in the place that she might have expected her to be. So, you know.
True, very true.
But still, don't lose your man. Don't lose your man.
Don't lose your man. Oh, it comes in. Surely now it's going to go in, and that is surely game, set, and match. And it's Nat Cow who has put a lot of pressure on since coming on. Completely unmarked in the box there. It'll be a good replay to see this one. And Nat Cow, right place, right time. Here it comes. This is Walters, actually. And look at Nat Cow. Actually, initially hits her in the chest, doesn't it? Managed to control it and then scoops it into a completely empty net. 3 goals, 3 different goal scorers. I don't want to say it too soon. You never know what happens in football, but at the minute it looks like Maidenhead United are heading to the final once again of the Berks and Bucks Women's Senior Cup. It'll be a 4th final appearance for them. The 3 previous times they've reached the final. The opponent they have lost to is MK Dons. Well done, Abby. There we go. Will it be 4th time lucky for Maidenhead if they can see this game out? We've got, what are we? We've got 8 minutes to go, plus injury time. Gregory with the ball forward. Jackson Norris, a golden opportunity to get some silverware. But here's Bradley, Mia Bradley, a chance to get one back for Reading. Still Bradley, and Thompson muscles her off the ball, and Clark doesn't pick it up, manages to get away with it. And was that the last real opportunity Reading have to get back into it? Here's Libby Doyle now, happy to take her time on this right-hand side now. She puts the hammer down a little bit, and offside there. Nat Cowell offside, puts it in the back of the net anyway, just for good measure. Does not count, so it remains Reading 0, Maidenhead United 3 here at Slough's Arbour Park. The semi-final of the Bucks and Bucks Women's Senior Cup. Thank you so much for everybody for tuning in as well. Stick with us right to the end. I'm going to try and run down at the full-time whistle and see if I can get a word with the managers, so don't disappear. And please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and the Football in Berkshire YouTube channel. We're bringing you this game completely live for you to tune in and watch. It doesn't cost anything to hit that subscribe button. It just means that if we do any games going forward, you'll know about them at least. Here is Walters now. Again, Macy Walters, scorer of the first. Got things going for Maidenhead United. She works her way into the box. Can it be 4? Great save. Can she make it on the follow-up? She can't. Finally, it's scooped away. And now Reading might have a chance to break if they can. Trying to set Turner on the way quickly. Doyle cuts it out. Here's Johnson. And Walters had just strayed offside. Not a lot in it. But It's going to be a free kick for Reading. Time running out, of course, 6 minutes to go, plus stoppage time. I think we are going to have another change here for Maidenhead. We are. I think it's going to be Mia Parker who's going to be coming on. Yeah, Mia Parker on. It's Isaac Gregory who's coming off. So Gregory off, Parker is back on. Of course, Mia Parker got a first goal for Maidenhead United on Wednesday in the 4-1 win over Southampton. Well, it's now 21 goals Maidenhead have scored in this competition this season. They did beat Milton United ladies 13-1 in the first round, a 5-0 win last time out against Beaconsfield, and a 3-0 lead so far here against Reading at Slough Arbour Park. Certainly been prolific. In fact, it's only 2 goals less than they've managed in the league in 16 games in the league. 23 goals in 16 games in the Women's National League Division 1 Southwest. 21 in 3 games now in the Berks and Bucks Senior Cup. Well, what have you made of the coverage, everybody? I hope you've enjoyed it. Do let us know. Get in touch with us on Twitter. Big thank you for tuning in.
I'm really enjoying people telling us where they're watching from, actually, as well. That's great.
Well, tell us where. Let us know, everybody, where you're watching from. Yes, I love that question.
So, who we got here? This is Jamie Buckland. He's currently on a train just outside Paddington.
Oh, sorry about that. The ball came in. It was Johnson with the cross. There was Walters, heads it just over. Let's have a quick look at that. We'll come back to that very shortly. Apologies to cut you off there, Abby, but there was Tia Johnson. Beautiful ball in. Walters completely unmarked. Can't keep it down. Over. Sorry,
No,
Abby, apologies.
Not at all. Big effort there from Macy.
So where else are people watching from?
Yeah,
Who
so,
else has got in touch with us?
Jamie's on a train.
Where are you going, Jamie? Let us know. If you're coming past Slough, let us know. We might see you. Here's Parker. Sorry, we'll come back to that again in a minute. But Maidenhead looking to attack once again. Reading finally managed to deal with it. They have just made a change as well. I'll let more information on that in a minute. Here's Ackerman. I can tell you actually for Reading is Megan Giles has come on for Reading, number 2. Here's Lucy Belitho, captain for Reading. Been kept a little bit quiet in this second half, but now Mia Bradley again for the Royals. She's been the architect of everything that's been good going forward for Reading in this game. She doesn't really deserve to be on the losing side, Mia Bradley, but the way things are going, she is going to be on the losing side. Here's Clark. A little bit of pressure from Turner. Again, you just sense if Reading were just committed a little bit more going forward, it could have been a different game.
Yeah, the chances have definitely been there, but just...
Oh, lovely skill.
Lacking a little bit of... Oh, that's a great ball, though.
That is a wonderful ball. But, Clark is there first to pick it up under a little bit of pressure from Gazler. Here's Parker now for Maidenhead, closing stages of the 90 here. Doesn't look like in my 99th game I'm going to get a penalty shootout. Are there more people letting us know where they're watching from?
I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of nondescript laptops on tables.
Okay, that's fine. Let us know where these tables are.
But it's great to see that there is so many people. Oh, Neil is watching from Austria.
Austria, good on you, Neil. Thanks for joining us. Probably just as cold there as it is here.
I think he did send a photo of snow earlier, so
it's probably colder than in Austria.
Yeah, potentially.
Although it is Slough in February, it's never going to be warm, is it? In it comes, and great save again by Cherry Presner. It was Nat Cowell again. She fancied her second of the day. Didn't quite manage to get it, and I've got to give Cherry Presner quite a lot of credit. It could have been quite a bit more if it hadn't been for her in the Reading goal.
Yeah, definitely. I think some people were possibly thinking this could be big figures for Maidenhead, but actually Cherry Presner has really sealed herself as goalkeeper there.
Yeah, and they've not been without chances, Reading. This certainly hasn't been a walkover. I think probably 3-0 maybe reflects the scoreline accurately and fairly, but it hasn't been complete dominance from Maidenhead by any stretch of the imagination. And Mia Bradley has certainly been a bright player. In fact, she's been my player of the match for Reading. I'm going to have to ask you now, actually, for your player of the match. I don't think it counts for anything. We don't give anything away. It's not like they don't get a little trophy.
Just sheer jubilation that we have named them.
Yeah, we don't get a bottle of bubbly at the end of the game, unfortunately, but purely for the live stream. I don't know if there is an official award, actually, but we'll do one anyway. So, Abby, who is your player of the match? You can have a few minutes to think about it if you want.
Yeah, give me a moment to reflect, I think.
You can have a moment to reflect. Up it comes again. It's Thompson linking up, and McMaster's just shields the ball out so Clark can receive it. Sarah Thompson's played well, actually, hasn't she, for Maidenhead? She's got to be the captain for the Magpies. She's got to be in the conversation, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Some of those cross-field balls that she's sent in have been, exceptional.
Dench deals with it, but does concede a corner here, closing stage. In fact, the 90 are up now. We are into stoppage time. We don't know how long is left, of course, but barring an absolute footballing miracle, it is going to be Maidenhead making their way into their 4th final in this competition. It's still Chesham 0, Newport Pagnell 2. In comes the ball, it's down, it's McMaster, and it almost found its way in on the follow-up, and it's just gone left of the post. It was Sarah Thompson who had the opportunity there to really, really finish this game off, although at 3-0 in injury time, it is pretty much a done deal. But let's have a look at the replay, shall we? Corner, in it comes, and there was a few people with an opportunity. First of all, it was Emily McMaster there, comes back in, and Sarah Thompson just missing it by a couple of inches on the near post to us. And here is Mia Bradley.
Another great turn from her as well.
Yep, she's been good. McMaster has been good, dealing with everything. And Walters has a chance. Macy Walters. Oh, wonderful by Tench there, wasn't it? Again, she's done that all game long. She wins the free kick there. Walters is looking a bit startled with the referee. It's been a very clean game as well, actually, hasn't it? Thinking out, we haven't had any cards at all.
No, exceptional work from both sides. No sin bins. I think you were wanting a sin bin. No, none of those.
I've never seen a sin bin either. So I've never seen a penalty shootout. I've never seen a sin bin, and I still haven't seen either. Here is Mia Bradley. Right, you've had enough time to think about it. Now, Abby, who is your player of the match?
Okay, can I pick a player from both sides?
Yeah,
Am I allowed
do.
that?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. I'll go with Reading first. I'm gonna have to go for Mia Bradley.
Yeah.
I think she's been the one who's forced all those forward attacks, and I mean, it is surprising that they haven't had a goal at some point, because she has found those passes and stuff like that. It's just nobody in front of us quite found it. But yeah, I think Mia Bradley for Reading, and then I think I'm gonna have to go for Isaac Gregory. For Maidenhead. I think really solid defensively, and to top it off with a goal is solid. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to go for Isaac Gregory. Well,
you won't get any complaints from me. If you are watching, do you agree with Abby? If you don't, tell her why you don't agree with her, and we'll read them out, I promise. If you wait till 9 o'clock tonight, we'll read them out again. Right, back underway. We are in the death throes of this game right now. Walters puts it forward, but certainly Cow was offside, which is why she just let it run through. It's going to be Maidenhead United. They're going to be in the final of the Berks and Bucks Women's Senior Cup for a 4th time. They've never won the competition. Whatever happens, they will go into it as the favourites. Can 2025 finally be their year? They are the highest ranked side left in the competition as well. Here's Giles now for Reading. She came on about 10 minutes or so ago. Is there a last little consolation for Reading? Not at the minute, because O'Brien now has it on the left-hand side. Here is O'Brien darting into the box. She fancies one, has a shot into the hands of Cherry Presner. And there it is. Full-time whistle blows. And Maidenhead United have done it. They are into the final of the Berks and Bucks Women's Senior Cup for a 4th time. Can they finally lift the trophy? We will find out in a matter of weeks. Jackson Norris will be absolutely delighted with his side. Reading, unfortunately, their cup competition comes to an end, but it is Maidenhead into the final. They took a 1-0 lead, Maidenhead, at the break, courtesy of Macy Walters. But there was your player of the match, Isaac Gregory, to head home. And things were finished off late in the day by Nat Cowell. 3 goals putting Reading to the sword. Abby, what did you make of the game?
Yeah, really, really good, actually. I think a lot of people would have been expecting Maidenhead to run away with it, I think. And actually, Reading gave a great account of themselves. Struggling in the final third, I think obviously that's how you win goals, isn't it? Win games, sorry. So, yeah, unfortunate, but they really showed themselves, especially given the current situation and the struggle that they're having this season as a completely new team. I think that's probably what you noticed about the two, is actually that Maidenhead have been playing together for a while. They've got that regular 11 despite having rolling subs. So yeah, I think that was the difference, and you can see the difference between the tiers as well. But yeah, absolutely, both teams gave a great account of themselves.
Well, as things stand at the minute, it is still Cheshire United 0, Newport Pagnell Town 2. So that looks like it's going to be a final. Maidenhead will be taking on, not finished yet, by the way, I must stress, or at least the Twitter updates haven't come through yet. But at the minute, it's Maidenhead United against Newport Pagnell Town in the final of the 2024-25 Berks and Bucks Women's Senior Cup. Abby, thank you so much for joining us on commentary. I'm going to go and make my way down and see if I can grab a word with a couple of the players and managers if I get a chance. So thank you, Abby, so much. Thanks for the coffee. It was lovely as well. It's really nice to have you joining us this afternoon, and everybody, of course, at Football in Berkshire. We really do appreciate it. I'm going to head down. I'll be back very shortly.
Right. Oh, cold. For it. Tough. Really? What about getting through in it? What about getting through? Yeah, it was. Really good. Really get our stride. It's all about getting through. Who are you going to chat to today then? Do you want a player? That goalkeeper was great. Get a word with the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I want to speak to Cherry.
Fantastic.
And speak to Isaac.
Isaac? Yeah, I think that's a great shout, actually. Isaac's
Sarah.
first goal for us as well.
We could speak to Sarah.
Sarah and Isaac, yeah? Yeah, Isaac's first ever goal.
Right, Ed, how does it sound? Finalists must be delighted.
Yeah, certainly delighted with the result rather than the performance. Yeah, it's always nice. We've spoken in changing before, and not everyone gets the chance in their playing or coaching careers to represent a club in a final, and we've given ourselves the opportunity and the platform to do that now, which is great. And we also said how any side can have a good season and be a good team for a year and win a competition, but great sides and great groups find ways to win again. And you know that was the aim for this season, following up our combined counties cup win last year with trying to push again for silverware this year. So the fact that we're 90 minutes away from doing that, and we've given ourselves another opportunity to win something is really pleasing ultimately.
The game looked like it followed a similar sort of pattern in the early stages to Wednesday's win against Southampton, until, of course, you got the goal and things seemed to open up a little bit for you.
Yeah, I think it's something we just spoke about then. It's easy to get motivated for the sides at the top of the division and to raise your performance levels. So when we play against the teams like your AFC Bournemouths and your Moneyfields, our performance levels are top. They're really good. But we seem to have hit a bit of a pattern where today against lower league side, and recently in the first halves against Portishead and against Southampton sides towards the bottom of our division, we find it a little bit more difficult to get going. So that's something that myself and the coaching staff have got to try and figure out, because that's not something that we can afford to have linger and carry on. But you're right, it was a little bit of a slower and a more pedestrian pace to our game, and a little bit more lethargic in the way that we played, and we do have to take the context of the week into account. Like it's our third game in 8 days, off the back of a period where we had only 2 games in 8 weeks before that. So you could see there were some tired legs today, and we've picked up a couple of knocks off the back of that.
Do you get much chance to train during a week when you've got this volume of games? How much time do you spend with the girls in between?
Yeah, so we normally we train once a week when we've got a midweek fixture as well. But this week we tried to do something different. We tried to train on the Tuesday night before the Wednesday game and the Friday night before this one, because they're 2 different types of games. So we tried to do that, but yeah, maybe we need to look at that again in future, and just stick to the one. But the group have got to take credit, because coaching staff are all down ill. Like we haven't been good for the last few days. So the girls actually took
stand back.
The girls actually took training on Friday. Like Sarah, the captain, she put on a session to make sure the girls could still train, and they were challenged to have to manage themselves through it today. Like we weren't very vocal from the sideline tonight in comparison to Wednesday. So I've got to give them credit for doing that and still finding a way to win.
Ed, I'm going to leave you. It's freezing out.
It's so
Congratulations, you're in the final. Let me say that. Well done. Congratulations. Fantastic. Stay with me for a second if we can, because I just want to grab Isaac and Sarah as well. Let me just grab Isaac for a quick chat over here. I'll come back over so it's a bit easier. Come on, Isaac. Let's have a chat. Sarah as well. Let's grab them over here for a quick chat, shall we? Yeah, absolutely. Well, Isaac, let's talk about that. First of all, first goal since you were 14, first senior goal. How did it feel when it went in the back of the net?
I didn't really know what to do, I can't lie.
You're only about a yard out.
Yeah, tell me about it. It's just great to score. It's great to get through to the final as well, so it's really nice.
Exactly. Look, it looks like you're going to be playing Newport Pagnell Town. I haven't double-checked that, by the way, but they were 2-0 up. Big game for you guys. Can you go all the way?
Of course we can. We've got the belief, we've got the squad. I think we can go all the way.
Congratulations, first goal. Enjoy the rest of the day, won't you? Let me just grab Captain Sarah Thompson as well for a quick chat. Sarah, come in. Right, I want to talk to you. First of all, Wednesday's goal. Was it a cross? Was it a shot?
Definitely a shot, no matter what people like Neil Maskell say.
I think it was a cross. No, give it out. And look, today, I thought you were sensational out there. Also, I understand that you took training on Friday, is that right?
Yeah, we had a bit of a dilemma where a lot of our coaches came down unwell, and fair play to them, they weren't very well today either. So yeah, we dug in and we did a training session. We had a big game to prepare for. We didn't want to not train. We want to set the standard and make sure that we're at it, even if factors don't go our way. We've got a coaching team of 6 people, but all of them were ill. So yeah, sometimes you've got to step up, and the team did a fantastic job in terms of digging deep and turning up even when there isn't a coach to bark orders at you.
Now, what does it mean to the group to reach the final?
Yeah, it's absolutely sensational. I mean, we had a taste of it last year, and the fact that we managed to come home with the cup was brilliant. We're growing into our season now. We're making some good momentum. A bit disappointed with the way that we performed today, but at the end of the day, results are result, and yeah, we've got through to the final. So we'll just keep looking to improve each week.
I better let you go. You've got your own little fan club here. Congratulations,
Yeah, thanks
Sarah
a lot.
Thompson, their captain for Maidenhead United. Stick with us. Actually, I'm just going to see if I can find anybody to have a quick chat with from Reading as well. Let me see if anybody is about. We've got somebody over here. Let me just jump in and have a quick chat if we can. Can we just a very, very quick word if we can? Come on, over we come. Poppy? Poppy, right. You've got the longest hair I've ever seen as well, by the way.
Yeah, it's quite long, isn't it? Yeah, I've been growing it for a while.
Now, what did you make of the game out there? I know it's not gone the way you wanted it to, but there was some bright moments out there from you guys.
To be fair, it's an improvement on the games that we've had recently. I think like we had a win a few weeks ago, and that was the first win of the season, and it felt really good. We built up a lot of momentum and training going into that. And then the last few weeks we kind of let it slip a bit, but there were moments of today that were like actually really good. So I think we can really hold our heads up high, and also they're a tier above us. So do you know what I mean? Like we were the underdogs coming into it, and we didn't let that kind of stop us as we went into the game, and we put a pretty good performance out there. So I'm pretty happy with that.
That's quite nice to hear, isn't it? Hopefully you can take this forward then. I mean, they were a tough team, weren't they? Maidenhead to go against. You did mention they are, of course, a step up. Where do Reading go from here now?
To be fair, we've just got games coming up that are really big for us. We've got teams that are kind of 2 or 3 places above us, and then the 2 teams that are below us. So for us, it's about building momentum, get into those games, train really hard, and then kind of just these are the games that we need to win. Like we're not playing for the Ascots and the Wickhams of the league. We're trying to beat Selsey and Badshot-Lee and keep our position in the league. We don't want to go down. So that's all our aim is for now. But we're starting to get some really good momentum going. So I think we just need to build on that and keep going. So yeah.
Poppy, thanks for talking to us. I'll let you crack on. Thank you so much. Well, there you go. It has finished here at Arbour Park. It's been an absolutely fantastic. A big thank you to Abby up there as well. She can't see what I'm saying, but thank you, Abby. Really do appreciate it. Joining me on Co-Comms. Maidenhead, they're into the final of the Berks and Bucks Women's Senior Cup. It means so much. Of course, we'll let you know all the details about the final. If you can make it down, get down to the ground. I believe it's going to be at Beaconsfield's Holloway's Park ground. Make sure you're there. I've been Ian Waterhouse. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you this game. Big thank you to FC Video, Julian and Lee up there, and Football in Berkshire. Really appreciate it. It's finished here at Arbour Park. Reading 0, Maidenhead United 3. The Magpies are in the final.